Welcome back to Season 2 of Office Drama 24. Today we're going to talk about a submission from OK Sheepherder titled, How to Deal with a Toxic Coworker Without Going the F Off on Her. This is going to be good. Sit back and enjoy the submission. I'm a therapist with a 60-person caseload, and I'll occasionally do research when I can get on a grant, but this takes place in a clinical setting. I work closely with a case manager. Our caseload overlaps because I refer patients to her, and I literally sit right next to her. She's a dick all day, every day, for a bunch of reasons. One is that she hates ugly people for reasons I don't understand, and has made up a bunch of rules for them. Like completely random shit that doesn't exist in the larger cultural zeitgeist. Like she said that ugly people weren't allowed to wear shorts to their therapy appointment in the 80-degree heat. Like completely buck wild shit like that. And to top it off, she's just rude as hell in a way that blindsides you because people who were raised right don't act like that. She'll just look at you and say, "You need to color your hair." Or, "Your eyebrows are ugly." Or, "Your outfit is ugly." Let's take a moment to digest what I just read. Have you ever worked in a situation where there was somebody that you just totally could not stand and you had to go to work every day, and to top it off, they sat right next to you? Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what kind of torture this is. But to have to deal with a person that hates ugly people? What is this? I mean, this kind of makes you think, is this a real letter or is this fake AI stuff? I don't know, but this is really out there if this is real. Someone who hates ugly people, a therapist who was outwardly vocal about disliking ugly people. Oh, I won't even say disliking. Hates ugly people. This doesn't even make sense. I mean, what kind of people are out there living amongst us and working side by side with us that feel so comfortable that they can openly just spew these views out of their mouth? Who does this? I mean, nobody I work with. Oh, this is bizarre. Let's move on. For context, I've got naturally black hair that is graying at the top. Sometimes I color it and sometimes I let it grow out, just based on how I'm feeling. She was making me salon appointments, took it upon herself to make them. Even if I did color it, I wouldn't go to a salon. They want hundreds of dollars to do something a $4 box of hair dye can do. All right, let's take a second here. Okay. You have a coworker that makes salon appointments for you because she feels entitled enough to tell you that you need to color your hair? Does this make sense? No. What would you do if you had a coworker like this? I mean, the entitlement is outrageous. Making you a salon appointment? Like you're just going to fall in line and say, "Oh, thank you. I'm going to definitely go pay hundreds of dollars for a hair appointment because you can't stand the way my hair looks." I don't think so. Doesn't even make sense. Let's continue. I'm an overweight hourglass shape, and therefore she believes that I'm not allowed to wear any tight bottoms due to the size of my ass and thighs. She literally went to my boss to tell her my outfit was ugly because it didn't look good on people with big asses. I'm literally at work as a therapist, I remind you, and her complaint was basically that I didn't look sexy enough because I called attention to how fat I am. Not that I looked unprofessional, that I looked fat. I was wearing a dress that had leggings underneath it. All right, sidebar. As a supervisor, if one of the employees came to me and complained that somebody else was wearing tight clothes or tight bottoms and they didn't, like the way it looked, and I found that it wasn't offensive, I think we'd have a problem. That employee is off her rocker. I mean, I would have to have a conversation. This is beyond reasonable. I think I'd have to go straight to HR on this one because, I mean, this is something that I would have to seek advice on because, of course, your first inclination is, are you out of your mind? Your first inclination is to really say directly what's on your mind. But, of course, you can't do that because you're at work and you're supposed to be professional. Oh, my gosh. Let's go on. My eyebrows are pretty wild. But it kind of feels racist coming from a white chick because a lot of native eyebrows are kind of wild. What I've been doing is just saying, I don't care about this, and you don't have to be pretty to work here. And seriously, I'm not required to be pretty. One time I even said, did ugly people kill your parents? Oh, how hilarious was that comeback? Oh my gosh, if I would have heard that, I would have died laughing. I mean, that was a good one. It's just getting to the point where this woman is trying really hard to overpower the professional psychologist in me. I'm about to actually go off on her. When she talks shit about my patients for being ugly, she genuinely doesn't understand that people are allowed to be ugly. You don't have to be pretty to do most things. Oh my gosh. Is this insane or what? Who has to be told this? And who goes around talking about ugly people? Commenting on people's physicality, their physical looks. I mean, does this even happen? I've never experienced anything like this. But you know what? It takes all kinds to make the world go round. 2 of my coworkers who are also therapists think she has an eating disorder and she displays a lot of traits of insecurity. That's an understatement. So when I do go off, I'm going to feel like the world's biggest bitch. Another therapist at the clinic is battling cancer. She's on a lot of medication and is having a hard time eating because of the chemo. She was bitching about how bad cancer is, and it's her right, and I fully support her. I actually think she needs to quit work and fight the cancer full time. This bitch keeps telling her she needs to be taking Phernogen. She tells her that she can't take it because it has drug interactions with some of the other medications and will make her throw up and pass out. This bitch keeps insisting that she needs to take the medication the way she keeps insisting I need to color my hair. We literally end the conversation because how fucked up this is. A while later, we're having a completely different conversation. Like hours later, because the other therapist says she likes my perfume. I tell her about the sale Bath & Body Works occasionally has where I got the perfume. We're having perfectly normal conversation. This bitch walks up with a stick that looks like shea butter perfume and says, hold out your wrist. So the other therapist does. I think nothing of it, and I'm doing my paperwork, case notes, continuing education, the kind of stuff that you do at the end of the day. And I realize that the other counselor has been gone for a while. Come to find out, it wasn't perfume. It was topical medication, Phernogen, and she had passed out in the hallway and was treated by our clinician because she refused to go to the ER. My clinical supervisor told me that she flat out didn't know what to do. Okay, what do you mean you flat out don't know what to do? I mean, that's some serious stuff going on right there. You're applying medication to someone that already told you that there's an issue with that medication? To me, that is some serious suspension or firing that needs to happen right there. You're putting someone's life in danger. I mean, what kind of office or what kind of clinician says, I really don't know what to do? Well, you should know what to do. I think everyone listening to this podcast knows what to do. And it doesn't involve violence. It involves booting you out of this place. You are never to come back again. If that's not a firing offense, I don't know what is. Therapist or not, I go outside because I know I can't go back in that pod, and a while later the program director comes out looking for me. I tell him I'm not going back in there because I don't trust myself not to physically attack her, which he understands and says, there's something wrong with that woman. Okay, program director comes and agrees that there's something wrong with that woman. Now take action. Come on. Have some cojones, take some action. This woman is dangerous. I don't know if anything has been done about this or not. I know that somebody took her home. She fell off her porch and tore a muscle in her foot. And she had to use a wheelchair to get to her cancer doctor appointment out of town. I have to go to work tomorrow. And if she's still there, I'm going to have a really hard time. This isn't about me. It's about the other counselor who doesn't want anything done because she feels sorry for the bitch. It's not my fight, but my blood is boiling. That was one bizarre submission. If anybody is ever put in a situation where your health is being jeopardized by another coworker, you cannot just let that slide. Always tell somebody. And if someone's not going to do anything, elevation. Elevation is the key. No one needs to put up with being in a dangerous situation at work. To me, this is like a cut and dry situation. You've got someone totally toxic who is awful to the people in the office and who talks smack left and right, has no filter, rude, obnoxious, over the top, and clearly out in the open doing it. Somebody in that office needs to take action. That's crazy. What would you do? Would you put up with this stuff? Would you put up with this type of behavior in the office? Hopefully not. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this week's Office Drama 24. Let us know what you think about the story and what would you do in this situation at officedrama24@gmail.com. Come back next week for some more crazy office drama.